You're muted, Adam.
Apparently I am muted, so now hopefully everybody can hear me. Try this again. My name is Adam Belaire. I have been with Toastmasters for 2 years now. It has been a wonderful ride, and I look forward to another 20-odd years. Tonight, I am giving a presentation on promoting your club. I've spent the last probably about 2 years now. God, it's been actually 3 years. 2 years working with the PR team, both under Greg Wood and under Connie Bach. Both have been fantastic. One of the biggest questions that I get is, how can I promote my club? First question I usually get is, I didn't know that the PR team could help me. I'm here to say, yes, we can help you. So with promoting your club, I'm going to try and see if I can hide this. So why do you want to promote your club? The first thing is you want to introduce people to the Toastmaster brand. You want to show them what Toastmasters is about. You want to help make leaders. Toastmasters' mantra is where leaders are made. You help make those leaders. They help make you in return. Networking. Networking is always a good thing. You build up relationships with different companies. You build up different relationship with different people in different companies. And when the time comes, you'd be surprised what they can do for you. Create new friendships. I have made so many friends since I joined. I love them all to death. And I hope that they love me too. They will be going with me pretty much for the rest of my life. And if they ever need anything, they know I'm here. There are tons of skills for you to learn. You learn impromptu speaking. You learn confidence, public speaking. You've got interpersonal skills. You got planning. You got tons of them. And with all this, you build memberships. Probably wondering, why did I put build memberships at the very bottom? Because if you promote the first 5, the last one will come on its own. I firmly believe that when you go out there and talk to people about joining your club, you don't do it just to build a membership, just to get you just that one little bit over. You show how you can help them, and they will flock to you. A lot of this is probably going to be kind of obvious, but right now there are 2 ways of promoting people: in person and online. I say this because if one day someone can do some subliminal stuff, please let me know. I want to know. In person, some of the different ways, you got verbal, such as discussion starters. Former District Director Alfred Kerperin always says he carries around his Toastmaster pin on his lapel. A lot of people ask him about it. That's how you start the dialogue. You got different branded items that you can buy off the store or from the District 64 bookstore. Hopefully it'll be available next Saturday when we have the district meeting. Look for everybody to be there. And you've got pins. When I say pins, allow me to explain why that is different than the branded items. Just as an example, for West Winners Toastmasters Club, the one that Dave Story and myself are, it's part of the CFB Winnipeg. When someone joins us, we give them a pin to show that they are part of the club. When they give their icebreaker speech, we give them a Pathways pin to show that they are on their way to becoming proficient in Pathways. They took the first step. After they complete 2 education levels, they're given the name tag that says their name on it and the Toastmasters Club. We had one member that just got his. Unfortunately, he's going to CFS Alert up north for 6 months, but he'll be back and he has his name tag with him. Anytime he wears it, people will actually see it. Something else you can do verbally is something that Dave Story does a lot. Discuss projects you're working on with friends and coworkers. I'm not sure how many people know, but where David Story and I work in A6, Jason is another one. We talk a lot about Toastmasters. Everybody hears it, and that's how people get interested. That's how I got interested in it. Hearing Dave talk on for about a year and a half, I'm like, you know what? I might as well check it out, see what it's about. Talking to fellow Toastmasters. If they hear you in a cafeteria or something talking about the meeting last night was really good, the word of the day was this, and the speech that X gave was amazing. People will take interest, like, I wonder if I should check out Toastmasters. Biggest thing is invite people, coworkers, friends, whoever you think would benefit from Toastmasters. I don't think there's a single person I know that would not benefit from Toastmasters one way or another. Even if it's someone that is a world of public speaking, they can come into Toastmasters, they can learn as well as they can help mentor and teach others. When you mentor, you always learn from the mentee as well. In person also has print. 1 second here. Sorry about that. Okay. If you go to TI's website, you can actually see under the category here, brochure, there's about 9 of them. You can print off the brochures, put them out on desks, on tables, wherever you can see them. An example of one of the brochures is the district director brochure. As you can see, our own David Story's in it. You can put it out there saying, this guy from Selkirk, Manitoba is one of the directors. You have a lot to learn from him. Come check us out. Also, one thing you can do is newspapers. You might think it's expensive. And yes, if you want to do it in print week after week, it will get expensive. But I looked into it. The Winnipeg Sun, if you want it in print and online, it's $18. If you want it online only, it's free. Just for the classifieds. Can't beat free. Winnipeg Free Press, it starts at free, which I'm assuming a lot like the Winnipeg Sun, online only, but you can pay a little bit to get it in actual print. Nothing says nice of being able to cut out a little advertisement for yourself. You've also got different community newspapers. Anywhere as I pretty much went to, I've always seen the coffee news. I don't know what the cost is to get advertisement in there, but why not? You've also got different local community papers. The Base had one, the Vox Air. I don't know how many people here knows about something called the Transcona View. Crossroads was featured in it. A Toastmasters Club was put in the Transcona View's newspaper for January, February 2024. That's amazing advertising. It gets your name out there. People will read that through. And if nothing else, they'll see Toastmasters. They may not go to Crossroads, hopefully they do, but they may look at other clubs instead, see what other clubs have. You've also got Canva for posters to make. Canva itself is an amazing tool. I'm just starting to get into it myself. You basically can make up amazing posters to put up. If you do a Google search for Toastmasters Canva, you can actually find in the brand portal where all the Canva templates are that you can just use up. I've done a few of them. Stick them up in workplace bulletin boards, community centers, churches, libraries, anywhere that has a bulletin board. The one that I never really thought about before was laundromats. A lot of people go in there, they sit around, they're bored, they read. What brought me to it? It may not be a poster for Canva, but this district director business card is sitting in Lisbon, Portugal right now when I was there. I'm still waiting for one day David Story comes into work screaming at me saying, I got a call from Portugal at 1 a.m. What the fuck? I'm just going to laugh because it'll be a great opportunity. Canva itself is easy to learn, but our public relations manager, Connie Bach, who is on the call right now, can assist. She is a genius with it. The public relations manager is also the brand manager for the district. So her job is also to make sure that everything is on brand and can help you make sure the font is right, the colors are right, the wording is correct, everything like that. So let's now move from the print onto online. This seems to be where the best place to get a lot of extra views are. The very first thing you can do, the very easiest, contact the public relations team. Our job is to promote your club as well as the district. If you go to the district calendar, there is a link at the very bottom. You can see I circled it there, saying add an event to this page or add the event page at the link. This comes to myself as the content manager, and I will actually post it. Connie has the ability as well. This is everywhere that it goes when you contact us. We put it on the event calendar, which is a Google Calendar, the public Facebook page, which we will share to the private Facebook, as well as the Toastmasters International Facebook page, Twitter or X. So mention the ad will be shortened down to fit, Instagram, and we generally create a meetup request. This is a wide net for everything to get out there for you. If you have a poster made up, which is great, send it separately to webmaster@district64.ca, and I can attach it. I haven't figured out how to get the form to allow file attachment yet, but I'm working on that. We'll now kind of go down the easiest, the routes down to the main one, Twitter. First thing you want to do if you want to post on Twitter is make sure you create a simple username. These are just a couple of examples that I came across when I did a search for Toastmasters. These are specific club accounts. Make sure you use appropriate hashtags, which I'll explain in a bit. There is a limit on characters, but you can get around this by putting everything in a picture and posting that. And if you do go to Twitter, tag at D64TM in the post. We'll get the notification, and then we can actually retweet it. So you get the twice audience. Instagram is pretty much the same way. Simple username, use photos, such as inspirational quotes, a video or a picture of your club meeting, an award given out, something that'll catch people's attention. Again, use hashtags and tag us in the post so it can be shared. When I talk about hashtags, a lot of people might not know what I'm talking about. Hashtags is just the number sign plus a word after it. This way, if someone is looking up for Toastmasters or they're looking up for whatever, this post will appear on their feed. These are just some of the hashtags I've used in past advertisements. Toastmasters, D64, mentors, coaching, everything like that. So if someone's looking for a hashtag for Winnipeg, Toastmasters will come up. Next up is Meetup. This right here is the Meetup District 64 link. Anybody can join it. Anybody can really kind of post to it. For your own club, you can join the group, email Meetup, and ask to be added as an event coordinator. This way you can coordinate any events that actually come up. host weekly meetings. I know, I believe Manitoba Hydro, PBS, West Winters, Talking Books, I think even Skyliners are all posted there to say these are our weekly meetings. A lot of time you will get people RSVPing to come. Make sure you reply to them to kind of catch their attention. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but at least you're engaging them to show that this is not just an empty page. Someone is actually here. Biggest thing is also post open houses or special meetings. If you have open house, if you have an anniversary coming up, a special guest speaker, post it up there with the pictures to say, this person is coming here. Why not come check it out? Here is what the meetup page will look like. As you can see, there is the create event down here. And once you are a event coordinator, you will actually see that and be able to create all the events that you need. Next is Reddit. Reddit itself is very particular. You get a lot of spam, you get a lot of weird posts, but it's still worth checking out. All these right here are different Reddits that you can kind of advertise to. Recently, someone on the Winnipeg Reddit, this one right here, middle one, back, posted asking, how can I meet new people in Winnipeg? They just got moved here. They've never been friends with anybody before. I went in and I said, why not join Toastmasters? Email me at clubinfo and I can help you find a club that fits for you. So far, since that, I've actually gotten 3 requests. One of them so far, I was able to pass off to Grace Toastmasters and say, here is someone in your area wanting to join. Connect up with them. It is a perfect opportunity. I believe there is like other ones for probably Dauphin and the Pause and everything else. I'm not quite sure. You just have to kind of play around with that yourself. There's also the unofficial Toastmasters Reddit page. I posted here a lot too. It's a great place to meet Toastmasters from other areas, get ideas for advertising, and see what other people have away as problems with Toastmasters. Because if someone is not happy with their district, given the atmosphere now and that a lot of people are hybrid, you can say, our clubs here in District 64 are hybrid. If you want to come check out one of ours, please do so. We are nothing like that other club. We don't force you to give speeches. We don't force you to do this. Everything's on your own time. Doesn't hurt to remote in and check it out. I've offered a few people that. Last one is Facebook. Facebook is the big one now. Seems a lot of people are on Facebook itself. I'm going to talk briefly about page versus groups and what's good and what's bad about them. This right here is the District 64 page and the District 64 group. The page itself is public. Everybody can see it. The group, people can see it, but they can't read the content unless they are a member or a former member of District 64. There is a reason for that. For a page, something good, posts are limited to who has admin access to them. So no one is just going to plaster 100 posts a day on it. Posts can be scheduled and synced with Instagram, which means you get 2 platforms for the price of 1. You can run an advertisement on it. Negative parts, less engagement if you don't post often. Admittedly, I've been a bit slack on that part and we haven't got that much engagement. But speaking to Connie, the one for Summit Toastmasters in Brandon, she posts daily and gets a lot of interest in it. You may receive some scam messages if you do post on there and advertise. Here is one example that District 64 has been getting a lot of for the past 2 weeks. A lot of this is just people trying to get out there and figure out who is open. Obviously, do not click on this type of page. It is a huge problem. For groups, positive, you can control who joins in all the comments. One of the things with the District 64 group, the question is, are you a member of a District 64 group? And if so, who? If they don't answer it, we deny them. They say, please re-request with who you are with. There's lots of engagement with members because a lot of people can see it, a lot of people can talk on it. Likewise, you can schedule posts on it. The negatives, you do have to monitor the posts, or at least have some people to monitor it for you. You can't advertise to the public if it's a private group, and it's prone to bots posting spam. I'll give you an example. Centennial, one of my clubs, Joanne McDowell is really good at catching this, but I was able to get a picture of this where Helen Hartman joined the group and posted a service there that has nothing to do with Toastmasters. So unless Joanne or one of the moderators are there to remove it, it stays up until someone gets rid of it. So what do I recommend? Do both. Create a public page to make the daily and weekly posting and to advertise, and a closed private group to add members and allow engagement with Toastmasters and keep spam away. This way, if you have an update on, we met on this day, this is what we're doing. If you want everybody that is a part of that group to see it, they will see it. The public will not. We do have a bit of time, so I'm going to do a demonstration here on how to schedule posts, how to advertise, sharing, and everything else. So we will go over here. So right now, I am on the PBS Toastmasters website. What I'm going to do is go into Meta Business Suite. And I'm going to create a post. Okay, so on the left here, you see post to PBS Toastmasters. We are going to add a post picture, which I have right here. This is an advertisement for the PBS Toastmasters. Join us. Seven p.m. 7194. Just so they can actually copy and paste the email address. And down here in the left corner, you want to boost, publish an ad with your post. And then we're going to publish. This I find is the easiest way to get your advertisement up. Loading. Here is where you will see what it is you want. So you do not want a call button. Just send a message. Is it bad about employment? No. Here, the audience living in Canada. Well, no, we don't want in Canada. We just want Winnipeg. Save audience. This way it is very specific on what we want. If you are in Dauphin, you want to put the pin there. You want people in that area to actually contact you. And for the budget, we discussed it. Oh, we want, let's see, 13 days. This right here is basically what we as a club decided to do for marketing. The start date is right away. My PayPal will be the one to do it. And right now it's saying there's going to be about 740 to 2,100 people who will actually see this ad. Submitting your ad. Your ad is being created. Now with the ads itself, once I go here, go done. Right now, come on. Right now it is in review. In review means that they have to make sure that everything is above board. It's fine for them to say, I'm not advertising what I'm not supposed to, I'm not spamming, I'm not doing any hate speeches and whatnot. From that, you will actually see the growth itself. Just before, my time is running out there. Show everybody here. This is the District 64 website. Ad center, come on. The last two ads that I ran, spent $60. We reached over 2,200 people. This was a wide net. It was all of Manitoba, Northern Ontario, Northwestern Minnesota. We got 3 conversations. Down here, you can see which was an advertisement for the fall TLI, which is pretty much a Winnipeg thing. We got over 8,500 reaches, and 75 people clicked on the link to look into it. And we only spent 35 bucks. There is a bit of discrepancy between this one and this one, because this one up here, the one that went out to the wider audience, reached a lot more people as far as kilometers wise, not so much people reading it though. That was the biggest thing. And one last thing I'm going to mention, which actually came to my attention yesterday, was another avenue to advertise is Google Maps. If you go to PBS Toastmasters, there are right now 4 reviews for it. If someone searches for Toastmasters in Winnipeg, this is one of the ones that's going to come up. Westwinners. There's no Westwinners Toastmasters. So what you're going to do is add a missing place. And here, I haven't done this yet, so I can't really go into much details. You can actually put the Toastmasters name here, the category, the address. and more details, and then claim it so you can edit it, add telephone numbers, and then get everybody in your club, former members, alumni, everybody just to add information to it. This will help spread the word and give you more reach because people will look at reviews, especially if it's a nice place and a club. Thank you all for sitting through this. I apologize for taking longer than I was hoping. I'm going to stop sharing and I will hand this back to Sherry.
Thank you so much, Adam. That was amazing.